My name's Diane Jacobson. I'm from San Carlos, and I'm going to read a story for you today called Turf War. Turf War is from this anthology of stories, Fault Zone Shift. Turf War. Spring had arrived with the velocity of a sneeze. 2 weeks earlier, bright chartreuse fuzz coated trees and bushes, and then, within a blink, purple, orange, and fuchsia flowers popped. Tulips shot straight up and already bowed by the time Anna noticed the change. A bumper crop of lovely, bright orange California poppies blanketed her front yard. Deal with weed issue had been on Anna's to-do list for several days, and thankfully she had procrastinated just long enough for the simple, elegant flowers to announce themselves. At first the plants had irritated Anna. They were yet more anomalies to remove or poison in an otherwise typical lawn. Then specks of peach appeared, and then, on the third day in a row she had not dealt with her lawn to-do, she first took note of the real transformation. Her front yard was specked with heavy-headed orange flowers. They were pretty weeds, but weeds nonetheless. She would get to them soon. She went away for a long weekend, and the front yard slipped her mind. She returned after dark and spent the morning inside with the drapes drawn, dealing with more pressing to-dos: laundry, unpacking, email, a recorded episode of The Good Wife. When Anna finally stepped outside for the newspaper, she found her front lawn made over into a meadow of orange flowers. Hundreds of California poppies flickered and swayed, standing out against the grass green of her yard. She couldn't help but smile. "So lovely," a jogger from across the street called. "Thanks," Anna said, feeling proud despite having contributed nothing but procrastination to create the orange glory. "Your street is amazing," the jogger gestured back in the direction she had come. Anna followed the gesture. One lawn after the next was blanketed in orange spots. Her eyes widened. She felt the kind of wonder she had experienced often as a child, when she lived every minute of life in the moment. Such a beautiful landscape inspired her to walk instead of drive to her noontime yoga class. Excitement at the beauty and bounty powered her strides. When she came to the T intersection at the end of her street, she spotted another poppy patch a few houses down. She admired it as she approached and passed. Yet another burst of orange was next door, and another 3 houses down. Again and again she passed poppy-laced yards. With each poppy patch that she passed, the minutiae of her day-to-day tasks slipped her mind a little bit more. At intersections she looked left and right, sometimes seeing vast green swaths of lawn with borders of bush balls and the odd burgundy Japanese maple. Anna ignored these. She followed the orange path as if she were on her own version of the yellow brick road. All she could think of was the beauty and magic of the flowers. None of the usual mental note-taking about phone calls to return or grocery items to pick up cluttered her mind. She didn't check her watch a single time, even though yoga class was starting soon. In truth, Anna had forgotten yoga class under the meditative spell of the flowers until their path stopped directly in front of the Balasana Yoga Studio. A woman wearing purple cargo shorts over black leggings dashed to the door and held it open. Anna recognized the shorts. She'd seen them and their wearer around the neighborhood walking a skinny mutt of a dog. Anna had wondered about her each time she'd seen her because the woman always seemed to be smiling. The secretive, excited kind of smile worn by a person watching someone open what will be the perfect gift. Once Anna even saw her skipping, a grown woman skipping. She had felt her own body longing to skip too, but her busy feet were too shy, and besides, they had no time for frivolity. "Whew, I made it. Come on, we might just be on time," the woman said with a big grin. Anna hurried in the door, crammed her shoes in a cubby, and found a spot among the people already in warrior pose. The woman in purple shorts settled next to her and smiled again, mostly with her bright blue eyes. As they moved from pose to pose, cobra, downward dog, child's, Anna found she was having difficulty focusing on her form and breathing. Everywhere she looked, orange poppies flashed before her eyes. She saw them on the ceiling as she lay on her back, an inch in front of her face as she pressed her forehead to the mat, and in all the corners she could see reflected in the mirror. The class moved into more advanced poses and found themselves curved into bows, lifted into crows, and twisted into nooses. Through it all, Anna saw poppies, poppies, poppies. She saw them popping in her mind's eye. It was as if they had seated her with simplicity and fun. She marveled at their unexpected appearance and how their messy randomness made the neighborhood better somehow. When she inverted herself into a poppy-spotting plow pose, she stole a glance at her neighbor, who was leaking small black specks from her pockets. The woman laughed. flipped her legs down, and brushed her spilled cargo into her cupped hand. She winked at Anna and whispered, "Whoops." "What?" Anna wondered with her eyes. The woman's eyes laughed back, and she whispered, "Seeds, my poppies, my bombs." "Bombs?" Anna asked later as they rolled up their mats after class. The woman replied, "I'm waging a turf war." Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you will visit the San Mateo County Library website for more resources. There are a lot of ebooks, audiobooks, videos on things like exercise, how to, and there is a Reading for Hope section where our current poet laureate and previous poet laureates are reading poems about hope, which are wonderful. And finally, come back to Author's Corner. There will be more authors reading their work. Take care.